Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of Tate Talks. We've done it. We've made the second episode. We're here for your entertainment. If you don't like it, get fucked. This, as you can probably notice if you're watching on YouTube, the lighting is a bit better today as I have put better lights in. I apologise for the video quality in episode 1. It was a bit shitty when looking back at it. There was shadows absolutely everywhere. So I do apologise. But this is episode 2 and it's a new beginning. Today I am talking to my good friend Jesse Morton. He is an absolute fucking adventure man. He's a landscaper. He's done acting. He's even travelled on his motorbike from Australia to go to Amsterdam in Holland. And he's now just got into his new venture of selling motorcycle clothing. So Jesse, how the fuck are you, mate?
I'm fucking good, man. Thank you for having me. Well, it was quite a damn intro. I need to come here more often.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming to the old fucking, just Belbrae, mate. Thank you for coming to my mum's shed is probably most appropriately.
I've known you forever, it feels.
Yeah.
But I've never been here. Yeah, man, yeah.
This is my mother's humble.
I always wondered what was up this road as well, because I passed
it's
that
me.
road a million times.
It's fucking me sitting in my shed.
Known, yeah.
With a computer in front of me, and you can't see my hands. Alright, let's get straight into it, because you have a shit ton to talk about, because you do too much shit. Landscaping.
Yes.
When did you start landscaping?
I started my apprenticeship in, when was it, August 2010. Yeah. Almost a year after school. Yeah. Which was, I call my gap year basically. Yeah, just 19. Yeah, just about 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got into it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do after school, you know, being 18 and being 18.
I turned 30 next month and I still don't know what the fuck I want to do. Yeah. So if there's any kids out there watching, don't be like fucking me.
No way, man.
Because you're trying to do a podcast in your mum's shed while you're living at your mother's house because you haven't accomplished much. Alright? Don't make me cry on my own podcast. Jesse, you piece of shit.
Bro, I swear that we are living the dream right now, man.
I mean, when I look at what's going on with COVID-19 and money being tight for people and stuff like that, and some of my friends who are probably, you know, could be struggling, you know, I haven't reached out because I'm a piece of shit, but, you know, I assume that people are struggling at the moment. I'm carefree, mate.
I know,
the government's just throwing money at me.
I know, so.
Yeah, I got so much money that I started a podcast. so it's bad that people are dying, but I'm profiting.
I know, it's terrible because it feels like no one is dying, but there are definitely people out there really struggling. Yeah.
It sucks, but, you know, sometimes you got to push forward and make a shitty podcast.
Shitty motorcycle.
Yeah.
It's not shitty. It's the best you'll ever get, don't worry.
Okay, so you're landscaping, you're 18.
Yeah, so I got my apprenticeship there. It's a 4-year apprenticeship in landscaping.
Is it landscaping or horticulture?
It's horticultural 3. Cert 3 in horticulture.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do 3 years at TAFE. Mine was in Geelong.
Yeah.
Geelong Gordon TAFE.
I've been there when I started my plumbing apprenticeship back in the day, which I chucked in because I'm a piece of shit. Quitting is for me. That's what I'm putting out there today.
You're just helping everyone else, bro. Helping everyone else win.
I mean, I do jobs and then I show other people that this is how you do them, and then they do it better than me.
Yeah.
So like, and then I just.
This is what a boss does. Bro.
Yeah, pretty much. I just never got paid like a boss.
Still a boss.
Yeah, thank you. So you go into trade school, you work in. Did you have the same boss the entire time? Same company?
Yeah, yep. So Brett Essing Landscapes, shout out to the boys.
First plug of the day.
Yeah.
Until we start slagging them off.
yeah, won't go too deep into that.
Yeah.
But they were, it's funny, man, because it was about a year out of high school where I just wanted to. I remember seeing these 2 guys in Aries, just in a front yard, you know, middle of summer, just stubbies and boots, and you know, a nice tan and just sweating it out. And I thought, that's for me. You know?
Yeah, that's for me. Drinking while wearing boots. That's for me.
That's it.
And then you found out they were landscaping, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'll chuck on a short pair of shorts and, you know, get into a bit of dirt that I've always done. You know, being a motorbike rider and building jumps and that, I've always
Yeah.
Thought dirt is my, dirt's me.
Yeah. Or Dirty Jess. It's his porn name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so what did I do? Yeah, I spent a year, I called my gap year, but I was kind of landscaping, like doing a little bit here and there, just up the road, as a gardener basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much like, a lot of people don't realise that gardening is pretty much like nearly half of the stuff. If you want to do the maintenance side of landscaping,
Yeah.
it's very big, you know.
Yeah, it is. They definitely coincide together.
It seems to be people go one way or the other.
Yeah.
They go to the maintenance route and, you know, helping little old ladies cut down a tree,
Yeah.
a little one in the backyard, doing the mulch and making the roses nice when they can't use the snippers because their hands are all fucked.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side of it, you know, you're putting pavers down, you're making water features, you're doing this.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, so kind of,
jury type motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly what I wanted. Like, I wanted to be able to do everything there is to do in landscaping, and so seriously searched for, it was almost a year to get this perfect job that I wanted. Like, I wanted to be a landscaper on the coast that does everything from paving to retaining walls and just the whole kind of, you know, the best in the biz at landscaping. And I found...
Well, I suppose you want to... Most people's goal when you first start as an apprenticeship, I know mine was you start an apprenticeship and then you go, I want to be the boss and I want to do my own shit.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to learn everything.
Yeah, for sure. And it wasn't long before, like it was maybe a couple of months in or 3 months in where I was like, yep, I can do this. Like, I want your job, talking to my boss, and like really pictured it all. Although, I mean, it all did change a fair bit. I lost my brother, 4 months into my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Motorbike accident. But and that kind of it's a helicopter.
We've got a helicopter going over, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching the YouTube channel, you'll definitely be able to hear the police coming to look for the body.
But
so
no more cost, man. I got pulled over on the way here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 120 over.
Oh, you got...
Oh, no, so 20 over, I was doing 120.
Oh, so you got a fine?
Got a fine, yeah, bro. Fucking over.
Fine. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's someone out there that wants to pay for Jesse's fine,
I'm broke.
Yeah.
I'm starting to trip soon, I need money.
It's like we started with like, I got him some money. I got a fine.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Just for this shitty podcast.
I know. And I was listening to the most cruisiest thing you could ever listen to, like I feel just like a 328 hertz, like it's just like a noise.
Oh,
that just like chills it out. Like I listened to it from Melbourne.
Okay.
And I'm like cruising, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like, fuck, 120.
Yeah, it's easy on the motorbike.
So easy on the motorbike. And that bike, man, like, it's just speeds, man. Like I can't help but go quick on it.
Yeah. I mean that sucks. I had a motorbike once for about 8 months when I started my apprenticeship and I didn't have my car license. I got a motorbike instead, like because I failed my driver's license, had to wait like ages, and in between I was like, I've got a motorbike. It's road like.
What was that, a Ohio?
It was a fucking RMX 250 hydro bike or whatever the fuck it's called. Just had the road tyres on it. It was pretty much a bush bashing bike but had road tyres. But it only got up to like 120, but it seriously went from 0 to like fucking 100 in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, fuck! Yeah, nearly died a couple of times. Bikes are dangerous, man.
I know, bro. I can't help but like try and get like...
Which is interesting because your clothing brand later, all like the safety specs and stuff will go into the kind of gear that you have to have.
100%.
Yeah. Alright, so you're landscaping, you're working for your dream boss at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your brother passed away.
Yeah, it made the rest of the time pretty shit. But at the same time, like the rest of my apprenticeship, but it was... My boss was good enough to give me 3 years. Like, I took 3 years instead of 4. Like,
oh, really?
Off for me, which is
he signed you off?
Yeah, signed me off.
Oh, that's really nice.
Year early. Yeah, it was unreal. And then, I started to work for myself.
What's that like? What's it like going
from... A whole
from...
new ballgame, mate. It's so good. Like,
yeah.
I wish I did it. Like, it probably took me a couple of years after my apprenticeship to actually work for myself.
As you were saying before we got on the air, that's technical terms that we use around here.
Yeah.
That it costs a shit ton of money to get set up. Like tools aren't cheap.
Fuck no, and like, like I've got a landscaping mate it's almost like every single week he buys me with a new tool, and it blows my mind. But like that could have been me, and yeah, it's almost like you're always just chasing kind of thing. Like even like chasing clients and
it's just other stress, isn't it? That when you didn't have when you were doing your apprenticeship or just labouring or subbing, I should say.
Yeah.
Now you're the one who's got to be proactive and finding work.
Yeah, it's all about you, which is also pretty exciting. Like you take full responsibility, and when you take full responsibility of things, you rise up and you feel a lot better and you feel a lot more independent.
You're pretty happy when the job's done too.
Yeah, exactly.
You can sit back. Did you have a social media that you pumped out all like if you did a paving job or a retaining wall that you went like, hey, this is what was the company called that you did?
Jesse Morton Landscapes.
Okay.
Very original.
Yeah. Gets the point across.
Yeah.
Some of them these days you don't even know what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, or like Jesse Morton Spacescaping. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You go, and then maybe they want people to just, look at it, go on the internet and look at it. But half the time you'll be sitting down at a cafe or something and you'll see like a plumbing van and you'll be like, oh yeah, my tap's fucking leaking. Hey mate, you busy? You want to come to my house? I've done that on.
Yeah.
I remember like delivery driving. I needed a TV antenna put in. And I saw a TV antenna dude, and I was just like, "How much does it usually cost to get a point in?" He was just like, "Blah blah blah," and I'm like, "You free like the Savo?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he went and did it that day, and just sent me the bill, and I fucking be paid done.
Yeah, man. Like even as a landscaper, there's always someone over the fence. Can you come and just fix this over for
Can you come fuck my wife?
Yeah. I mean, no, doesn't happen.
Okay, so you've done your landscaping. Now you're doing your own shit.
Yeah. So I finished my apprenticeship. Yeah, man. I mean, the best thing about going out on your own is you're on your own time. Like you can get to work at 9, you can get to work at 6.
Especially with people around here, so like within like the surf coast who enjoy surfing and will rock up to work at 10 o'clock because the surf was good in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
I mean, if you can get paid and get to do the things that you love in the same day, that's pretty much
exactly right. And I'd probably still be doing it if it was that simple and I was getting the same money as I was made, or if I was getting, I don't know, double.
Yeah,
so
you always want more,
But it's just like that's the easiest part is to go to work and to punch out whatever's in your face, like pave or whatever you want, whatever you're doing. But then you come home and you quote and it takes up like almost all your night, and it could be 3 nights a week that you're doing that, and then all the rest of it, and it's kind of you're doing a lot of work that you're not getting paid for, which I mean, if you love your job, then 100% go for it. I mean, right now I haven't been paid for 3 months, kind of thing. Like
that's the downside of
but
chasing something else.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's a steady paycheck.
Yeah.
But you can easily do, you can do your 40-hour work week, but then chuck in an extra 10 hours of actual paperwork that you're not getting paid for.
Yeah.
It's like teachers that talk about like, we work out, we get school holidays, we do this, but someone's got to grade the fucking papers. Yeah, and I always say, if you're a smart teacher and you do like certain of the same tests, if you just mark them in class and get everyone to hand around the tests, you change them up, everyone gets fucking, I get your test and I go like, yep, wrong, right, yep, wrong. You can get that pretty fucking... The teachers used to do that real quick, but obviously if it's essays and stuff and you've got to read it. But then you just go face value and you're like, hey, Timmy's pretty fucking bright. Yeah. He's bringing it every time. I'm just going to give him a solid A.
Yeah, I'm sure so many teachers do that.
Man. A good story, and I still remember this one. Your good mate, my good mate, John Davey, right?
Yeah.
He wanted me to do his work for him. So I got this is back in like year 8, I got the exact same fucking work that I had done. I changed the font. That's all I did. I got a B+, he got a B, and it was the exact same work. and we couldn't call the teacher out because he would have known we were cheating. Like John was cheating.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those like catch-22. It's like, I know you're wrong, but at the same time I'm wrong. So you couldn't say shit. I still have that in my head, and it's the funniest fucking thing.
Unreal,
John's probably forgotten about it, but I still remember like, there was no tomorrow. Mr. Baker it was.
Mr. Baker.
Oh fuck, that was funny.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, it's always cracks.
Yeah, just got the cheat codes, mate.
Yeah,
It worked. Apparently, Mr. Baker liked me more than John. That's all we got out.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no... Okay, so you working, you finished, like, you're pretty much doing your own work. Are you working all the time by yourself, or do you still subby?
Nah, I haven't actually landscaped in...
Oh, sorry, this is going back when you were landscaping.
Oh, yep. So
you got your own business now, back to the 2000 and whatever?
Yeah, so I was probably, I've moved around so much.
Yeah.
And like landscape for so many other crew, like...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I was landscaping myself for a bit in areas, and it was fun. Like at that time, it was kind of like, this is probably a couple of years after finishing my apprenticeship, so we're talking 4 years ago or something, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, in saying that, I was also landscaping for myself in over summer in areas, which is like, it was so good because I could wake up at 8, 9 o'clock, go to work at 9, 10 o'clock, knock off at 2, 3 o'clock, go for a surf, you know, and if I wanted to do that for the rest of my life, I would have been a happy boy for sure. Like, getting paid just enough, and
like you can always go back to it.
Always can go back to it. Yeah, for
for
sure. But to get more out of it, and to say I want to make a few hundred G a year. Yeah, it's going to be like so much more work.
Oh, you'd have to have a crew, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you need a crew, and then with all that work does come a lot more labour, and then it's like every landscape that I know that's above 40, like back's fucked, like body's just cooked, and
wife's fucking her apprentice.
Yeah, one dad. No, but.
Sounds like I'm bitter and someone's fucked my
wife. No, it's a bit of
I'm just putting it out there. I don't have a wife. Okay, so.
You don't want a wife, man.
Yeah.
You don't want a wife. But, yeah, it's... and I would have kept doing that, but I just wanted to get a bit more cash without busting my balls kind of thing, so... And, I don't know. Hit me up with another question.
As we see Jesse's brain melt. How does one... So the 16-year-old kid comes up to you, he goes, Jesse, I want to get into landscaping. How does he go about it? How does someone get into landscaping? Even if you're 30 and you want to get into landscaping, you don't want to be an accountant anymore, you love it. How do you go about getting an apprenticeship?
You don't.
Okay, you don't?
No. If you really want it, I got my apprenticeship through G-Force, which was a recruiting company. Like, because I was trying for a year, like it was almost a year, every day on the laptop, trying to find an ad and trying to find my life. And yeah, man, I mean, it's like anything really. If you want to do something, it just takes time. And you'll eventually get it. But I mean, like anyone can be a landscaper. Like anyone can lay pavers down as long as it's under $5,000 a job. I think anyone can do it. Like a lot of people do a lot more than that, but that's just the law. But I'd just probably tell someone. I mean, personally, I'd just flip another. Like, just get in contact with.
It's cold call. Would you suggest people 100%. Ring up and be like, "Hey, my name's fucking blah blah blah."
For sure, man. For sure. Call up.
That shows a fair initiative.
100%. Yeah, exactly.
I was doing a bit of landscaping in Canada, and my boss was telling me that he was really, really impressed with guys that would come up to him on the job site and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." Blah blah. Because he knew there was like a pretty, like, you got tradies working. They're usually most of the time these days dudes. They still fucking are. it's pretty daunting to walk up to a bunch of guys and be like, "Excuse me, can I have a job?" You know what I mean? So like he always took it as like a massive. This person's willing to put themselves out there, and he pretty much always gave him a job if he had the work.
Yeah.
So it definitely works.
Yeah. Well, I think like probably my number one that you need to bring to any kind of work site is just your attitude. If you've got a good attitude, anyone's going to want you around. That's
at least be funny.
At least.
I've been shit at every fucking job I've ever done, right? But if I can make someone smile or giggle at least once or twice during the day, they keep you on because most of the time they're fucking bored.
Yeah, exactly right. Like it's 8 hours in a day is kind of just, as a landscaper, there's so much walking around.
Yeah.
And
you can just be raking for fucking hours.
Yeah, exactly right. You're with
shit,
someone that you don't really like you're not going to keep them around.
Yeah.
Long.
Like, you don't be paying someone you don't like either. If you're the boss and you're like, I want a fun environment, if someone's being a fuckwit or like complaining all the time, you're like, mate, just get another job. I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
it is like anything. But it is harder to find crew these days that are willing to work hard. Sit hard, fall down all the time. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's
a cold call. If you can get into a recruiting agency, they do have contacts.
Yeah.
Is what I picked up what you pretty much said.
Yeah. It's hard, like...
Or if you're willing to go ask someone if you see them working, as we just said, and be like, hey, excuse me guys, I want to get into it, like, you guys hiring? Do you need a labourer for a day? Or, and then they might put you on. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon I keep kind of coming to a block with these questions because it feels like it's like past me now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
These fucking crows.
Fucking crows. But I don't want to swap my time for money anymore.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thing, like, and I don't want to do it for, like, I've done 1,000 landscapes.
Yeah.
And they're all super similar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like I kind of clocked that well.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think a lot of people are in that. You get to a point and you go, I've mastered this, I've made this, I've had this problem. The problem I may have in the future will be the same-ish. I'm going to nut it out. I need something else to stimulate my brain. Yeah. I'm always amazed by, like, tradies who are like, I've been doing this for 60 years. And you're like, man, you're a fucking idiot. Like, how do you not have any other things in your life that you want to do? Steady paycheck. And you're like...
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's like my dad. He's been a sparky for, his whole life, basically. Yeah. Like 40 years, and he's still happy. He has to keep tinkering on the lights.
I wish that was... I had that.
Yeah, I know, same, man. Yeah, for sure.
I do jobs for, like a couple of years, and I'm just like, I think I want to do something else. I did have a fair travel phase, which I buzzed around a few different countries, so it's a bit hard to stay and do one job when you're overseas. You can't really sell fucking hardware shit when you're out somewhere in fucking Canada or whatnot.
Although you can, I have found a way, I feel.
The interweb?
The interweb.
Yeah, that is. It is pretty handy, that one.
It is.
Alright, let's move on.
Okay.
So we've covered landscaping, we've clocked that part.
Clocked landscaping, yeah.
You get into acting.
I get into acting.
How the fuck do you go from landscaping to acting?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you have a friend that was doing it? Did you do drama at high school?
Man, what happened, so in my apprenticeship, I was bloody, what was I doing? I was wrestling a mate. Wrestling Johnny, actually.
Fucking John again.
Fucking Johnson.
Fucking B-grade John, as Mr. Baker would call him.
Big fucking Johnson. Took me down, we were both pissed, and I snapped my knee out, so I snapped my ACL, and I had and I got that.
So you did your knee?
So I did my knee, I've done both knees, but snapped the left, took 3 months to recover.
Yeah.
And
I do vaguely remember seeing you at the pub with a big thing on your leg limping around.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was... No, I'm not talking about that actually. But, so I had 3 months off work.
Yep.
And in those 3 months, man, I just watched Entourage.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's me, man, for sure. Just fucking, like, cruise around in good cars with all your mates and
women, all that type of stuff.
yeah, all that jazz that came with it, and it was that, and then it was like then I'd be going up to Melbourne a bit for auditions and whatnot, and
how do you get auditions?
Yeah, I'll get on that, but it was just being able to get away from landscaping, really.
Yep.
Like, I mean, all that stuff with my brother and that, and like
Yep.
being in a super dark place for like those few years, and finally getting my apprenticeship out of the way and being like, I'm a free man again, kind of thing. Like, I can do whatever I want. And I thought, what if I become like, Vin fucking Chase, and there's no more financial like instabilities, and I can travel the world and whatnot, and it was very enticing for me. It really pulled me out of this, like, that along with finding a book, Law of Attraction, like, reading that to front to back, and really kind of chucking that positive thinking into my mind no matter what. Really got me out of that, and I was just like, I think I actually can be like do that, like become possibly a Hemsworth or something. Like I really
kind of look like a Hemsworth.
I get
if you look at him on the YouTube channel, Tate Talks podcast, he is a Hemsworth looking motherfucker. At least the fourth one. Yeah, the third one they always insult. Have you? It's like on Colbert and shit. They're always just like, this fucking guy. Yeah. But you could be the fourth one.
No, I won't be. Because...
You could be your own person.
Thanks, man. But, so it was like, it was breaking out of landscaping.
Yeah, it's so different.
So different.
Like you said you'd clock landscaping.
Yeah.
Now you're doing this, like, foreign fucking thing. And people are telling you, you've got to do this, you've got to do that.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I there's a website called... what is it? Starnow.com.
Starnow, I think I've looked at that for extra work.
Yeah. So I just got profile on that. You join up. It's pretty cheap. Pretty sure like fucking $10 a year or something ridiculous. But
so that's just an agency, isn't it?
That's just a pure website.
So it's like a
website.
It's like a Craigslist of
basically.
Craigslist of acting and extras, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
They've got all of Australia.
They've got all of Australia, and they are, and the UK, and probably America as well. Yeah. But I basically just, went out with my girlfriend one time and took a bunch of photos. Yeah,
I got a story about it. I was applying for jobs, like, back in, like, when I was 21, so nearly 9 years ago, I was applying for just random jobs, and I applied for... I think it must have been Star Now or something on Seek. They wanted extra work, and they're like, I applied for it, and they're like, "Can you please send through some photos?" And I was like, "All right." And I did the like the poses and shit were just like on the bed, like but taking the piss like there was no tomorrow. I think I even got my mum to like take the photos of me, and I sent them through, and I'm pretty sure all the lady wrote back was like, "Oh, we don't really need you." I was like, alright.
Yeah, man, it's cutthroat, right?
But I didn't want the job, I just did it for fun. And the chick just literally, it was like 3 words, like, "No thanks, mate." Or something like that. I was just like, fuck, it's funny. Sorry, Mrs. did all the photos?
Yeah, so I got some photos, threw them online, like, started applying for,
Did you do modelling at all?
Not really. Like,
clothing or anything?
Yeah, I did, like, catalogue shit.
Yeah. Who was that for?
Oh, fuck. But like a handful of people that was just... Can't remember their names and that, but it wasn't nothing special. Yeah. Like, the modelling, I hate it because I can't hold a smile. Like, sometimes you can smile, but then they say hold it, and it's like a few seconds in you go, what the fuck? And you feel like weird and stuff, so... Didn't do too much modelling. But yeah, got my profile online, punched through like my resume, my CV to a bunch of short films basically. So it's kind of what you're going to get first up. Like, it's all free work. Yeah, without a doubt. Had you? It's like this podcast. What do you mean? You're paying me,
yeah, and you lost money getting a fine. Fuck. I was going to say. To that, so you've made the profile, but had you done any schooling at all, or any type of courses or any online, like, you know?
Nah,
any
man.
of that bullshit?
Nah, not at all. I just like kind of jumped straight into it, and
I'm a natural. I
100%
don't need any of that
natural,
bullshit.
100% so underskilled and everything, but yeah, the more people I met, the more classes I went to, like obviously just found out there's a few classes in Melbourne going.
So you ended up going to classes?
Yep, definitely went and did a few courses here and there. And
what's your average course length? They vary. Is it a week, 2 weeks?
your average is probably about 2 days.
2 days, okay.
Yeah,
Is
like
it
a weekend.
And is it very like, okay, hey, today I'm going to give you some pointers on accents, or is it very like niche?
Super niche, man. Yeah, definitely. Like
holding your gaze, smiling for
extended
periods
body
of time.
language, and and monologues and lighting cameras and like they go like there's courses for everything and how to go about it all. But I also did 6 months in a school called TAFTA, which is the Australian Film and Television Academy.
I looked at that for radio school once.
Oh yeah.
I thought about doing that. I still might do it.
Should do it, man. Yeah. I loved it. Like
I think the radio portion's fucked off though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it's up to Sydney or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one.
Yeah.
But that was 2016.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they used to have the radio part there. I think it's in the name? Radio and Television School?
Nah.
What's it called?
Television. Wait, after the Australian Film and Television Academy.
Okay. Yeah, I might have been looking at a different one. Just to throw you off your game.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you did that.
Yeah. So that was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 6 months.
Oh really? So that's a full on. You've got to dedicate. Like obviously you can't work.
Yeah, well, no, I was working Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was in Brunswick, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday I was actually in Wye River in a bobcat cutting down, and then where everyone was.
That's a fair distance away from each other.
Hours, yeah.
If you that's what's.
Hours, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
At least
pretty
2
cool
hours
job to do. Yeah, it would be at least 2 hours for sure. Like it would take me 2 hours to get to class. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from Aries Inlet.
Yeah.
I come from. But that time as well, I was in a bobcat cutting like barrels that were like too big to even pinch in a bobcat because they were cutting down all the trees after the fires went through.
Oh, okay.
Because the fires were hollowing out all the trees and then all the gums were just dropping left, right. So
okay.
It's a pretty fucking gnarly job, to be honest. Just feeling like a barrel's just going to go boom, boom, all the way down Wye River.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good at all. No. And that is literally just straight like a hill.
Straight down.
Like ocean, then Great Ocean Road.
Yeah.
Ocean Road, and then just a fucking.
Yeah, one crew, like one barrel went down over the ocean road into the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, you take out a cyclist, a motorbike, or a car. That's pretty brutal.
Pretty bad. Yeah, but. That was awesome though, like that was awesome time, like school was that good, TAFTA was awesome, all the class, my classmates were just unreal. So I was 25, yep.
Yeah, so that's good, you're a good age. Yeah, I mean like you muck around and if you want to have some beers one night.
Yeah.
Were you staying at anyone's house or anything? Or
I
during the week?
So I was back at mum and dad's.
Yeah.
The first 3 months I was in Elwood.
Okay,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I was a brickie there in Elwood as well. So Tuesdays and Thursdays I become a brickie and
So it's just a brickie for a couple of days a week.
Yeah. But I kind of got pretty over being a brickie.
It's fucked work, isn't it?
It's hard work, man, for sure. And I was just a labourer. I was just a brickie labourer. So it's just
hands fucking. Super course.
Yeah, like I didn't mind the whole physical side of everything. Like I was like buff as and feeling good, and
That's what you want when you're acting too, because people can fucking be like, you look good in acting. People want your roles,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I got pretty over it.
Yeah.
And moved home. Like just need to save money and moved home.
So you were just doing the commute.
Yeah, man. It was the best thing to do because I got 2 hours in the car, like each night that I was going to school. So I just learned all the lines and got really quick at learning lines. Like I've had the worst memory my whole life.
Yeah,
but
I
as soon as,
literally.
like,
That's what I want to talk. Like,
yeah.
is there I did drama at school for a tiny bit in high school, and we would do like a little play or something like that, and they would be like, "You gotta learn these lines," and I'd be like, "And then the man went to line."
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Motion.
It's funny, man, because like I won't even remember someone's number if they give it to me like straight off the bat.
I'm not doing that. Numbers are fucked.
But when I was in the game,
I think it's repetition, though, isn't it?
All it is repetition. Like I was being able to do 5-minute monologues, man. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and all it
I
was
struggle with my own stand-up that I have written and I know word for fucking word, and I'm like,
yeah, you're live, man. Like that's the next level, like.
Yeah, but still, I think it's harder because I know I've got a punchline. I'm getting to a certain point. I know I'm building, and if I forget a couple of words, like these days, I've learned to relax a bit more and be like, all right, you've cooked that bit, but just get it back here and here. But whereas yours is an actual narrative, like, and when you haven't written it yourself, you know, it's just someone else's work. It's kind of like reading a book and be like, now fucking say this.
Yeah.
Repeat this shit.
Yeah.
And act as well. You're not just standing there going, you're actually like, how is it? You're fucking moving your arms. Pause, do this. Like, it's fucking, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Like, acting is hard. Decent actors, they got to get all the props because you're like, well done. Well fucking done.
Yeah. The more I got into acting, like, the more time I was in acting, I definitely found out how much harder it is to act. Like I went into it just being like, I can act, and probably did a few roles that were basically
probably
almost
Brad
like
Pitt by the end of the
myself.
week. Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, and like, but I don't know. It's definitely a lot harder than everyone thinks, and especially
so competitive.
Man. Yeah, like super competitive.
Every cunt looks like you,
exactly,
and then every girl looks like fucking Margot fucking Robbie or whatever her name is, and you're just like, fuck, I thought I was gonna stand out, but no, you're not. Like,
exactly, man.
There's so many. The little I did one day extra stuff in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And like, it's fun as fuck. Yeah. I just ate so much food. Nearly shit myself on set.
Yeah.
I remember they were filming, and I was literally like, I'm gonna have to break this scene because I'm gonna shit my pants. I ate that many donuts today. Like the craft table or whatever they call it. Like, and I just ate so. I'm like, man, I'm getting paid $15 an hour. I might as well eat $700 worth of food.
Exactly. Yeah.
I walked out with diabetes, like $200. But it's very like I spoke to people trying to get into the game, and they were like, yeah, I've been doing it for 5 years. You know, I'm just doing extra work while I find jobs and stuff. And I'm like, you're beautiful. You're like, and they're like, you know, I tried to do this last week, and every week they try, but there's so much work. Yeah. And as I think you were going to say, doesn't seem like there's a lot in Australia.
There's not a lot in Australia, and the hardest part is when someone puts out a script or whatever, and they're like a writer or something. They've got someone in their mind.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's so going to be exactly what I look like. Like they might be like, fuck, that is exactly what I look like, but I wanted fucking blue eyes, you know.
Yeah, okay. Contact lenses, mate.
Yeah, no, fucking, you know, you can edit whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Really, so it's like,
but that is true. If you're writing a character or something, you're like in your head, you're like, no, it was a chubby guy with a red beard. I mean, he fucking, you know, he was 6'6". You know, it's weird. Like they have that. No, I wrote it for this, so his mannerisms are like this and this and that. Yeah. And then you're perfect for the role, and they're like.
Yeah. I've had one job that I've been perfect for the role, but otherwise there hasn't been too many times where I've been really kind of
What was the role?
It was funny, man. It was actually for a feature film called Night Shift. It was I did it in we filmed in 2016 summer. Yeah. And it was in Heidelberg, like all kind of night work. Like we we were starting at 8 PM, finishing at 6 for about a month.
Oh shit!
Which was unreal, man. Like that was like my dream come true. I got, I was basically, main role. And
oh really?
Yeah, like it was awesome. I was in.
And that was That's why you're still at school, like still like doing the acting course.
That was where. No, that was just before.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think that was just before.
Oh, so you had already had acting experience.
I had a little experience. I had probably a I probably had about a year under my belt.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I just, it was a super strange time. I got a call randomly from Tara, one of the girls that's basically, was the director's wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah, you applied for this role a few months ago, do you want to come in? And it's like, yeah, no worries. And
How do you apply?
That was through Star Now.
So do you have a video thing set up and you're just like, blah, 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 and then they're like,
Nah, it'd be more like you can do that. There's definitely people that ask you to do that,
yeah.
But it was more like, just, it's like a CV, man, like a resume. So I just send them my resume and they look at my profile and go,
do you have to have it like you have to be like, I am 6'2", whatever the fucking height you are, blue eyes, fucking, I have long hair, I weigh approximately fucking whatever you fucking weigh, 73 kilos. Does it go like real in depth of like athletic build?
100%, yeah, everything, okay. Man. And then you have your videos of what you've done. Like you might have 4 videos. Like I think I had like 4 videos up of just
so they can see
random scenes, and then I started making my own scenes and yeah, had a lot of fun doing that. Like that was almost like from transferring from being an apprentice to going out my own. Like, as soon as I started to write my own, film my own, and bring in, you know, mates of mine that are actors and do a few scenes with them. Like that's where it was unreal. Like that was cool. And doing this feature film as well. You know, like I was so pumped on it, and I loved it so much because I was in every scene, and it never got boring. But I've done a lot of work for, you know. Yeah, like even just being almost like close to a main role, but find myself sitting down so much more, and then getting bored like so much quicker. And I think you got to be a really patient person to be an actor and to jump into that world, because it's a super slow world. Like you'll have directors setting up one clip for maybe an hour, and it'll take 10 minutes to shoot.
That's like doing the extra stuff. We would go sit down, and that's why I fucking ate so much food. So we would go sit down for an hour. And then they would be like, we need 7 people, you and you. And then you just go back into the scene and do it again. But I remember one, like, at the end of the day, the main chick, it was Charmed. It was the reboot of Charmed. Remember Charmed back in the day when we were kids, the witches?
Yeah, man.
So it was the reboot of Charmed. And the one of the main actresses, she fucked up probably 25 times and couldn't get... And, like, you can feel the pressure build.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, shit, shit. And then it's just like, and then she knows everyone's looking at her. The director's getting fucking angry. This and that. Like, it's very, very fucking, like... Yeah, that's the hardest thing. I couldn't imagine...
Yeah.
I know if I fucked up, then I would be like... Like I'd be sweating profusely. I'd be just a wreck. I don't think I could ever act. Yeah. I'd just be too nervous to fuck up.
Well, like going back to kind of this easy role, like I basically played myself in night shift. So it was heaps fun to do.
You're just like, I just got a fucking fine.
Yeah. It was insane. It was awesome. That was also in 2015. It's still not out yet. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's still. I mean, and that's kind of Australia's industry. It's a lot of people.
What's going on with it? Where is it?
It's basically finished. Like I keep hearing. It's about.
Do you make any money from that? Is there a later on, if we make money, you sign the contract and then you'll get 10% or
royalties? Yeah, I think I get about 2% royalties, and I was getting like $150 a day. Kind of thing.
It's not too bad. Like,
well, we were doing 7 days on, like 1 day off, so I was getting $1,000 a week. You know,
that's still pretty good, man. Like,
it was good. It was unreal, man, and it was seriously my dream. I was living my dream, and I loved it so much. But then I went back into other roles where I'm like just sitting down all the time. I'm like, fuck, I could be doing something else with my time. I know it, and I can't really take boredom too well. So like I went, and that's probably why I went to school.
Yeah,
I did that 3 days a week, and that was unreal. Like I loved every minute of that.
Any contacts there?
Yeah, heaps of contacts there. Still mates with a few people from there. But yeah, I mean, I did another feature film that took forever to come out, and then saw it and just being like, fuck, like that's not a great You know, the greatest movie ever. I won't say any names, but yeah, it's like fucking hell. Like they cut you. Like I've done ads and been paid, you know, a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
It's taken me 4 hours to do an ad, but they'll cut me out of the whole thing. You know, it's such a strange industry, man. It's really fucks with your head a lot.
I mean, it'd be very weird getting cut from a scene when you're like, I'm not good enough. Like you didn't like what I brought to the table, or you just changed it like split second with a different character, fucking blah blah blah, or you just thought, fuck it, we don't even need this person. It'd be very deterring.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yes,
actors are pretty fucked in the head though.
Yes, they are.
They're all pretty bonkers.
For sure. Very.
You can kind of see it's like this made-up fantasy world.
Yeah, 100%.
You're acting to be someone else.
Yeah.
Then I'd assume you'd get weird little characters and bits and pieces like stuck in your head, and that becomes part of your personality.
Yeah.
You know, all of a sudden you just talking with a fucking Brooklyn accent, whatever.
Oh, 100%, bro. Like I could have just been a full bloody Jim Carrey, you know.
You know,
just fucking fly off the planet. But yeah, I think I made the decision to stop that maybe 2000 and early 2018.
So you did it for 3 years ish? 2.5?
No, I probably did it from 2014 until 4 years, I reckon.
Yeah.
I did it for about 4 years. But that's the thing, like as I was saying before, it's just a time thing. Like if I did it for 10 years, I really feel like I could have been, you know, I would have probably got onto Neighbours and or Home and Away or over to America and seen that life and whatnot. But I couldn't hold on to that.
It's a lot of time.
It's so much time.
Yeah. And like, especially when you're not working, you're not making money.
Yeah.
You know.
And then comes into like if I was getting an audition, like say when I was landscaping down here, I get an audition in Melbourne. I pretty much take off the whole day to go do it, like so I can prep myself, go do the audition, come back, and then just have a chilled day. And there's a day is lost, like day's wage lost, kind of thing. And 9 times out of 10 or 19 times out of 20, like you don't get the you know, you don't get the part. Yeah. So it's fucking.
I mean, that constant rejection would be suck as well.
Yeah, like it didn't really get to me. It was
big actors aren't getting roles.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, but that sinks in pretty quick.
Yeah,
like it sinks in basically before you even start, because you know you get told like you're gonna get a lot of rejection and everything, and you just take it as it comes. You know, you get an audition, you don't hear back at all, and you get, like a lot of the time you'll leave the audition just going, that was fucking sick, I just crushed that. Yeah. And you won't hear anything, and sometimes you know it's the opposite.
At least with stand up, like the validation straight away. Yeah. You end the sentence, the end of the fucking a word, and you get either laugh or no laugh. So you either know that works straight away and you've done your job. Yeah. Whereas yours is, I just did this for 3 people sitting down, they're going to watch my recording, I don't know how I've actually gone. It'd be very strange. I feel like I would need that validation there and then for myself.
Yeah, I mean you do have it, because you do have someone on the other side of the camera telling you you've done a good job, you've done a bad job, do this, do that. And,
do they straight out say, that was shit?
Nah.
Give up, mate. Yeah. What did you do? Landscaping? Yeah, fuck off.
Fucking seriously.
Get your papers and go, champ.
Man, I've seen a lot of those looks, man. Yeah. Like I fucking absolutely just like had the world's worst blocks sometimes. Oh, like, auditions that still haunt me, just coming in, just going, like not like being able to speak whatsoever, and that shit happens. And then sometimes you go in and shit just flows out of you, and you come out feeling unreal.
It's probably the days that you're like, I'm probably not going to get this role, and you just so natural, and you're just like, blah 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 blah, and then they're like, motherfucker, I just nailed it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and if you want a role, it's like when you go on a date, and you really want the date to go well, and you're like, I really like this person, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Your brain's
so
mean.
Fuck
when you don't give a fuck about stuff, it's just like, oh, you're
really
good. And you're like,
exactly.
I didn't even try. And then you try and do it again, and you're like, God damn.
You care a little more.
Yeah. Would you recommend people doing the course, the acting type of stuff? As I said, trying to do get a little blueprint for people to follow. Would you recommend someone spending money. How much did that course cost, if you don't mind me asking?
Course.
So the 3 days a week for the 6
Yeah,
months.
so 6 months, that cost me 7 G's.
Yeah. It's never going to be cheap.
It's never going to be cheap.
Yeah.
I'm probably still paying, I don't know, I think I just paid it off. Thank you, Bink.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to ask me that now because I'm on such a different path.
Yeah, true.
Like if I was in the middle of it, I'd be like, yep, do this, do this, do
Yeah.
this, go see this person and that
Yeah.
person, this agent.
Do you think it was at least beneficial?
Yeah,
Do you think you got shit out of it that you're like, yeah, I learned stuff and I'm definitely on a better direction.
100%. Like
Yeah,
I
so
don't,
that's pretty
I don't
much-
regret
it's
anything
worth
that
it.
I've done because it's got me to this point now. I'm fucking stoked where I am right now. So
Yeah.
like I don't regret that whatsoever. And I got to find out if I could do it or not, and it just turns out that I couldn't do it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It propelled me into a whole new world. And
I mean, it sounds like you did have some decent roles though.
yeah,
You know what I mean? For the
yeah.
short amount of time that you did do it, I feel like you did do some shit, you know,
Yeah.
lead role, some ads, some fucking
Yeah.
this, some other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
the way I
everyone's
look
definition of
helps a lot
success.
as well. Like
Yeah.
obviously, a lot of people don't have, you know, the structure and whatnot.
Pure good looks is what he's trying to say.
So I'm trying
He's
not to
trying
say
to
that, actually.
compare the fucking two here. The male model on the fucking potato.
I would love your brain over mine, bro. Tell me.
I don't think so, mate.
But
There's a lot of evil in here. A lot of evil.
I'm not clear or pure up here, man. But yeah, like it was something that I was stoked to get out of, and I know that if I stayed in it, I would have gone, yeah, as I said, like maybe to the top or whatever.
But you just didn't
I
want
also know that every time not to blame anyone else.
God. Blame God.
Nah, it wasn't God. It was more like if I got into a relationship,
Okay.
and I'd start
Here's
to.
the gospel. It's going to tear some bitch new.
No, they told me what.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like if I was single, I'd find a lot more focus and
Okay.
kind of a lot more composure and stuff, and not care so much about it and whatnot. And as soon as I was in a relationship, kind of just changed everything up a bit. And
I mean, you can't focus fully on.
you can't focus, and with the acting game, like comes basically like no money ever, like, kind of thing. So if you do want to get into, like, you want to buy a house or something, like as a landscaper, I'm like, well, I probably can't take one day off a week and only work 4 days a week. I need to work 5-6 days a week to, you know, get a loan or something, and so I can have a nice happy family and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also happy that, like, I had a girlfriend and we split before I gave acting the can kind of thing, and then haven't looked back since. Found a whole new career path, found a whole new adventure going as well. And fucking here we are.
Here we are in a shed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's it's very insightful. I think, like, it's interesting the path you went down in the acting.
I think go down the path if you want to just to find out. But
I feel like a lot of people do have to
yeah,
go down the path to find out. You know, it's not for me.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And that goes with any fucking thing.
Same
in
as
this whole
fucking
goddamn
stand
world,
up,
you know,
fucking
like, exactly right.
sucking a dick. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want, go for gold, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
seriously.
Be the best. It's a giant
Yeah.
fucking flying
I know, bro.
hellhole.
You need to eat it.
Yeah.
You'll be gone.
It's just the next 10 minutes of us just watching a fucking fly. Alright, so you've done landscaping.
Yeah.
You've clocked that. You've done acting, and you've gone, this isn't for me.
Yep.
Somewhere along the lines, Jesse, you go, I want to ride my motorbike from Victoria, Australia to Amsterdam, Holland.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen?
So I split with a partner.
Yeah.
I didn't. Sorry. Anyway, we split.
Okay.
I needed a roommate.
Yep.
I got a message from some.
So where are you living?
I'm living in Elwood.
Okay, so you're back up in Melbourne?
Yep, back up in Melbourne. Yeah, and I got a message from a guy. Like, I posted my ad on Fairy Floss, or I was on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think. And a guy messaged me saying he'd just ridden his motorbike from Holland to Melbourne and he's looking for a place to stay.
And you were like, what?
I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Jump on in here right now, man. Like, he even came around and we went out for a beer and like, even got lucky and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this will do us, man. Like, yeah, so he was in.
Beautiful fucks.
Yeah. So I had this, 28-year-old single dude riding motorbikes, world trip, living with me. I'm freshly single, like, not in a really good headspace at all, kind of thing, and just realising that fly is very annoying.
Yeah.
But
I don't think you'll hear it on the
the
podcast, but maybe on the old fucking
probably
camera.
won't even, you won't even see it. And
It's just us like, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
Anyway,
But,
so you live with this dude, he's 28 from he's from Holland, yeah?
Yep. He's from Amsterdam.
Yep.
So
So he's done it.
So
He has gone from fucking...
Yeah.
He has navigated his way to Australia
by himself.
on a motorbike.
Yeah.
That's fucking
fucking
bonkers.
gnarly, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely gnarly. Like,
How long did it take him? Sorry?
Took him a year.
A year, okay.
Yeah. Took him a year.
Yeah.
So, kind of, it was probably about a month into him being living with me. Where I was like, yep, I'm doing it.
Yeah, so
Doing it backwards.
So you just chatted to him all the time.
Yeah.
How did you do it? What did you do? So you had a bit of a game plan.
Yes and no, man. Like I didn't really find a lot of questions for him because I wanted to find the answers for myself.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like he was always like, Thailand is a bit hard to get into. So I'm like, okay, well I'll do a bit more research on Thailand because the world's always changed and whatnot. So it was basically I was almost doing the research on the road as well, kind of thing. Like, but a month living with him, I was like, yep, I'll do it. Basically, like, the idea of riding alone really enticed me because I was in a headspace where I couldn't sit down by myself for more than half a minute, or else I'd just lose it. Like I developed crazy anxiety and depression and just couldn't stay fucking still.
So you're uncomfortable in your own skin type thing?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, what I need is just to figure the fuck out what's going on upstairs and being on a motorbike, like you can't have anyone in your ear unless you got your earphones in. Like it's all your choice on a motorbike. So I was like, fuck, like that sounds like a perfect opportunity for me to go inside and figure out what's going on with my mind.
Yeah.
So I basically bought a motorbike like a month later and moved home a month after that and started to save my ass off for another 6 months.
So you were living in Melbourne with this dude.
Yeah.
You've bought a motorbike now and you've gone back to live with your folks in Aries.
Yeah. So I've gone back to being a landscaper in Aries.
Yeah. So what's that like to go from landscaping, acting, back to fucking landscaping now? Something that you thought you didn't really want to come
Well,
back
it's kind of
to,
like I never acted. I was never a pure actor.
Oh, so you were still
I was always landscaping
okay.
and acting at the same time because you can't there's no unless you have huge breaks straight away. It's just not going to happen.
Or rich folks.
Or you're rich folks, yeah. Or you're on the dole. I should have been on the dole. But So what were we talking about?
So you've moved back home from Melbourne.
Moved back home from Melbourne.
Bought the bike. You're gonna save for 6 months.
Yep. So worked for back with Brett and Skates for 3 months.
Yep. So back to the old boss.
Yeah, back to the old boss for 3 months, and then the next 3 months I wanted to work for myself, which I did a little bit for myself, but I actually worked for.
Is the cash like double, or like is it substantially better working for yourself?
Yeah, like as a subcontractor, I was getting I ended up getting $35 an hour with Brett.
It's pretty good money.
Like, yeah, it is pretty good money, for sure.
Like I know that
I don't have to be paid that though.
He's
20. You can be paid like $26 an hour as a.
That's even not too bad. Like as a qualified, Canada, there's qualified. One in Canada, they don't have apprenticeships.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it. Anyone just starts and you learn type on the job.
Yeah. And
you start from about $15 from labouring. I think you could start probably lower than that, from probably like $12. Okay. It's pretty fucked.
That's fucked.
I went from, I think I started on 17 and got a raise for $2. Went to 19. I was just labouring.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was awesome. Like the crew that was amazing and stuff, but the cash just isn't the same as Australia.
No, no.
My boss, who's like the foreman of a pretty big company, probably wouldn't be on. He's probably just over what you were getting with Brett, I would say.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but I couldn't see it being in the 40s because they just don't pay that in Canada.
Yeah, yeah. Well, over here, I mean, like I was getting charged out at like $70 an hour. Like,
Yeah.
That's years ago. Like you could charge me out at $100 an hour in Melbourne if you want.
Yeah.
Like the cash is unreal here, but so I kind of worked for myself a little bit for that last 3 months. Worked for my ex's old man.
Yeah.
Just unreal bloke. Like, just kind of enabled me to actually do the trip really.
Yeah.
For the last 3 months, and then, fuck man, it's like I just got 10 grand cash, packed my bike and just left. Like I didn't really have a plan.
How much shit can you put on your bike?
Heaps. I took way too much away. I had 2 bags on the side, like, kind of like, all on the podcast, like 500 by 300 by, 500 boxes, like on the side of my bike.
Yeah.
2 of them on the side of my bike, on each side. And
So you just had like everything that you needed.
yeah.
Cooking stuff to clothes to fucking passport to everything.
Everything I needed, and it was all still too much. Like I ended up with like 4 pairs of pants and fucking 8 t-shirts and all this shit. Like you get given a lot of shit when you're on something like that. Like, but I still took too much away, and now like I'm gonna be riding that. You can see there, and that's I think that's gonna be me, man. Like a fucking 20-litre bag on the back and a tent strapped to the top. Like that's just gonna be me. I'm like, less is more, really.
I mean, if you can get away with less, it's a lot better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I jetted off on the 28th of June last year.
Yep.
So almost done a full lap. And made my way up the east coast of Oz. Stayed 5 days in. Funny thing is, actually, I stayed 5 days in Sydney with Jasper, his name is there, dude from Amsterdam.
Okay.
The Inspiration.
Yeah.
He spent his last 5 days in the country there, like he'd been in the country for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so he spent the last 5, so we got to spend the last 5 days before he jetted back home.
Yeah.
And then, so
he sold his bike,
trip.
Did he?
No, he shipped it back home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, surely that's expensive.
I think a couple of grand.
Okay.
Yeah.
If your bike's worth 10, you might as well.
Yeah, the bike was probably worth 1.
Oh, really?
Man, it was being
Battered.
bashed and battered and bruised and everything. Like, had a hell of a ride, man.
You probably just wanted to keep it for the memories, I guess.
The Moto Traveller, that's his Instagram. Look it up. It's
Moto Traveller.
Yeah,
okay.
the Moto Traveller.
Yeah, that's
Jasper Lodengraden.
That is quite a mouthful.
Yes.
So the Moto Traveller is his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty
if you want to see his adventures, you can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did you make an Instagram for yours?
Yes and no. Like I just use my personal Instagram.
Yeah.
Moto Morto.
Yeah.
Which I'll probably use again, like when I get back on the trip.
Yeah.
But which is actually very, very soon.
So the trip are you doing? So sorry, we've kind of jumped a bit.
Yeah.
So where did you get to on the trip?
So I got to Malaysia. I got to KL.
Yep.
Malaysia.
And your bike is still there?
Bike's still there, yep.
Where is it?
In a Storage King kind of unit.
Yeah.
Just waiting for me, which I've got to start really getting onto.
With COVID and shit, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, and like they give you a thing called the Carnet de Passage that you have to have. It's like a bike passport.
Okay.
So it just makes it so you can go into kind of all these borders overseas apart from Europe, and they basically see this, they check it off, and they basically trust the bikes,
like up to stand, like roadworthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that lasts a year. It's like $1,500. But yeah, mine's about running out, so I don't know what's actually going to happen if I have to pay another $1,500. I'd love to just go get my bike because they're saying like 3 years or something before international travel.
I think that's international travel for some countries.
So that'll be like India probably, and
I think
Middle East.
I think it'll be like the weird little fuckers. You know what I mean? Like you want to get a connecting flight from somewhere, Morocco to the Canary Islands or something.
Yeah.
It's like those tiny little flights are going to be the hard ones that are going to be affected. I'm spitballing here. I'm not too sure, but I think that's what they mean.
Yeah.
I think international travel to big countries has to be back.
Yeah.
The world collapses if there's no travel.
Yeah.
Like at least North America, UK,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, Australia. Like New Zealand's already fucking struggling.
Really.
You know, so that's pretty much why they've opened up the borders. I think to get to New Zealand for us because the tourism is so big there.
Yeah.
So you'd assume Indonesia and stuff like that would be heavily impacted. So it's
Yeah.
just going to open. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'll be able to get your bike sometime next year.
Yeah.
As once again, I have no idea. I'm just assuming. And if not, we're fucked.
Man. I swear I only ever just assume.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
never
That's,
really know.
yeah, it's no one knows.
No one knows,
No
man.
one
And
knows.
it's so funny because, like, I think back, I'm like, what the fuck? How like naive was I? Like, just to take off. Like, I had one date set, which was the 5th of. I had to get my bike to a boat in Darwin on the 5th of August.
Yeah.
To over to East Timor.
So that's the thing. Like, so obviously, when you tell people you're traveling on your motorbike from Oz to Holland, they go like, "Was your bike got a fucking snorkel in it? Like, how you getting over the water? They're not all connected.
Yeah.
So you have to get boats to other countries, obviously.
Indeed, yeah. So
how do you organise that?
Yeah, so I kind of guessed that it'd take me about 5 or 6 weeks to get to Darwin, which it did. It took me 5 weeks to get to Darwin. As soon as I was in Darwin, I arranged...
But that's going nice and slow and seeing the countryside.
Man, I spent 5 days in Sydney, I spent 5 days in Catherine, I spent, 2 weeks in Ely Beach.
Yeah.
Like, I had a full-on fucking holiday, like, best holiday ever.
The money is...
Well, no, it wasn't too bad, man. Like, I was living off baked beans and fucking just, smoking dope. And that was my beer, so I didn't get to drink too much beer and shit. Like,
how do you get dope on the road?
Oh, it's fucking Australia, bro. Yeah. Dope's everywhere, man. Like, but yeah, I wasn't spending much at all. Like, it was just cruising. Like, it's like you don't have to spend. You can spend $250 and live quite comfortably in this country. Like, as a single bloke, like that's
you don't care where you sleep.
Really doable. Well, yeah. I mean, I've got so many friends in Oz. Like, Dill was in. Irvings was in Catherine, like, stayed at his place for 5 days, stayed at another place in Sydney, like, for free for that 5 days.
Yeah.
Do Wiley's, like, I kind of met up, live, like, stayed on the Gold Coast for 5 days with a mate, and kind of, absolutely cruised. Bike's undercover. Cruised on up to Darwin. A&L Logistics is what you're going to want to use to get a bike from Darwin to Dili, so that's East Timor. So, and to do that, it takes 2 weeks for your bike to get from Darwin to Dili.
So what do you do in the meantime?
Man, I was like, alright, sweet, I'm going to get out of the country, really like start the trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go into a third world country, live cheap, live with the locals, all this, like really start travelling. As soon as I got to into East Timor, man, like fucking just become almost like hell for me. Like,
really?
Yeah, like East Timor, I've got friends.
Wasn't there a war in East Timor?
There definitely was, yeah, and it kind of set the country so far back. So it's a fully, like, pretty underdeveloped country.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like, I met a lot of locals there that were just unbelievable people. Like, beautiful people who take me to all these kind of events, like pay a lot for me and look after me and whatnot. The country itself, it's a fairly poor country. The currency's in USD.
Oh, really?
And they don't, like, a lot of people don't speak that good English, so you take a cab ride and for a minute and they'll be like, 5 or 10. I'm like, fuck, that's a lot of money. Like, no, it's going to be like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then, the English was obviously terrible. Internet was really bad. There's no tourism.
How do you get around?
So there's little buses that, it's like 20 cents or probably 5 cents for a bus that you can just hop in and they're always running.
Yeah. But how do you get around, like, you're on your motorbike, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm not on my motorbike.
Okay.
No. So the day that my motorbike went over to East Timor, I caught a flight to East Timor and I was like, I'll just spend 2 weeks without my bike, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
Like, fucking fucking worst decision I could have made. Like, because I mean, hire a bike was $25 US a day, so I was like, fuck, I can't ride.
Still
anywhere.
isn't
like,
too bad. Like if you weren't doing a big trip.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing a big trip, but even then, it's like that's like $40 Aussie almost a day just to ride a bike, just to go play here and there. And the thing is, I wasn't seeing anyone either because there's no tourism in East Timor, so it's like I'll be waiting around every day for my new friends.
Yeah.
If I've made any, like, to catch up with them in the afternoon.
Just hanging around street corners.
Yeah.
You want to hang out?
Yeah. So it was just, I mean, I was staying, like I had the privilege to stay in a villa with a bloke that I met through couch surfing. So couch surfing.
I remember your Facebook. And it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. So couch surfing just an app that that allow, like, a lot of travellers allow other travellers to sleep on the couch for free, kind of thing. So I got to stay.
Good as a dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, as a chick, it's a little bit risky.
Yeah.
I would feel, you know, like.
Definitely.
Like you've got a sister.
Yeah.
So it'd be like.
Yeah.
I don't trust fucking. I know you gotta face value a certain thing, but at the same time, you're like, you gotta have your wits about it.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I mean, no one's gonna do anything to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Might
right.
murder me, but they're not gonna fuck me.
Yeah.
So,
well. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm murdered, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Ah, you might get lucky, man. You don't know.
Is that a notch on the belt, is it?
Yeah, but...
sorry, so you're in East Timor, you're trying to make friends, but there's fucking no one.
Yeah, there's no one, so I just spent a lot more time, like, by myself and, you know, having to meditate every day just to try and not...
How's the anxiety
myself
and the depression and stuff?
It just went, like, fucking, like, why, like, hit the roof.
So it was
again.
good, but then it went doosh.
Yeah, like it was good. It was good for about 4 days actually. Like 4 or 5 days was alright, and then not drinking because I was kind of off this medication where it was like didn't have any heartburn or anything on this medication. As soon as I stopped that to go on this trip because I was like next to me, like shouldn't be on it for too long.
Yeah.
So I basically can't eat wheat or yeast.
Okay.
But yeah, over there I was like, yeah, so I basically cut all alcohol out of a lot of my alcohol. Yeah, still had a few fun nights, but yeah, it was basically like I just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I just stopped doing everything, kind of, especially not having a bike, like a motor transport every day. It's
so you just wait. Shit.
Yeah, and with my anxiety, like it just skyrocketed. Like I was snapping at friends and stuff that I just meet and just being like, really sorry, like, kind of mentally fucked and no, all I want is a joint, you know, chill me the fuck out, and there's no, like, there's no kind of corrupt, like, like everyone, the army, like if you do something wrong in East Timor, the police don't knock on your door, the army knock on your door, and they fucking just drag you out and fuck you off kind of thing. Yeah.
For some reason, the air show has come to fucking town.
Haven't they?
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be able to hear on the actual podcast itself, but the YouTube channel, Tate Talks, is probably getting bombarded with some sort of fucking... It could be East Timor looking for fucking Jesse, to be honest, because it's pretty... It's either loud flies, crows, or fucking...
Trail of destruction.
Yeah, it's fucking aeroplanes or helicopters. Sorry, I just had to address that because it's fucking annoying me.
Yeah.
So your anxiety was up, you were snapping at people, which is not good.
Yeah, not good, like. So 2 weeks went out without my bike.
Yeah.
Funny story, like the last day I get my bike, like I'm ready to get it out of the container and, you know, ready for this chick to on the phone from the customs agency saying, yeah, no worries, and I just have this fucking quick, like, kind of flash of leaving my fucking helmet in a cab that I took there, and so it was like, yeah, got to try and chase this cab down that has no numbers, no number plates, like lots of fucking, like, it's the same as every other shitty ass cab that's over there. And
how did you go?
Bad, man. Like, took me all fucking night to try and find this guy. And I was lucky though, because I took a Snapchat of me, like my bike, because we were cruising behind the container, and I was like, yeah, that's my bike, and I went to go flick it at me and be like, like happy hours, and I caught the dude that was driving, caught the driver, just in like a split fucking image.
Yeah.
And after that, I just went down like every kind of taxi rank and everything, and just asked like, "Do you know this guy? You know this guy? Do you know this guy?" And like fucking middle of the night, it's like, "Yeah, we found your helmet. So this guy will he'll bring it in the morning." And that was a Saturday morning, so I still didn't get my bike till the Monday.
Yeah.
Got on my bike and just flew straight out of the country, man. I couldn't get out of there quick enough.
How long does it take to get out of the country?
I think it took me about 6 hours to get from Dili, which is the capital, into East Timor, like to the border of West Timor, which is fucked again, man. Like, get out of East Timor, get into West Timor, and like for them to go, actually, you haven't done this, you got to go back to East Timor, and I go back to East Timor border, and they're like laughing at me, and like, fucking just want some professionality, like professionalism, get out of this fucking country.
That sucks.
Yeah, but like, I just had a bad time, man, like, in East Timor, and it was really like that, there's a thing called, like, I heard, like, traveller's anxiety, and I kind of put it down to that.
Yeah.
Like, not having
everything is foreign. I mean, it's not like driving from your house to Melbourne, your house to here. You don't know the roads, you don't know what's coming around the corner. Yeah. You're on a fucking motorbike.
Yeah.
It's life or death.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, it's one false turn is fucking... I went off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I'd have anxiety thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
It's how insane the trip is to me.
Oh man, it was like that all up into even getting into West Timor, getting into Indonesia. Like that was just like the start of it, you know. Like as soon as I got into Indonesia, I had to wait 3 days for a ferry to come. And like in those 3 days, like I met a bloke who's just like, ferries don't, it's too windy this time of year, like ferries don't run. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, anxiety up here again. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I just wish I was with someone else like on this ride. Like, what am I doing? Like I'm just me, like fucking every day I'm like just talking myself through it, like finding that positivity.
The good thing about that type of stuff is like that hardship and you get through that, you have like something tiny that you got to do, you know, like drive a truck or fucking back a trailer into a weird space, whatever it may be, and you're like, got a bit of anxiety about it, and then you think about, I was in fucking East Timor riding my motorbike, not knowing anything, and you're like, I fucking got this, mate. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly the little shit becomes easy.
Oh, when I got back, there was nothing easier on this earth than just to live, you know.
Everyone speaks English, you got a bank card, you chat the fucking thing, you get your bread, you fuck
Systems are there, it's all easy peasy, like. But, it was quite the opposite. Especially going into Indonesia, man. Like, I mean, that when I got into Indonesia, I was lucky enough to ride into the back of a group of guys that were about our age. There's about 6, 7, 8 of them. Kind of come out and in and out, but they were all riding from West Timor to Bali.
Okay.
I basically,
so you had a nice little fucking...
Yeah, I had a little posse that I joined, which was unreal.
Yeah.
But I also, I gave myself so much more anxiety and put so much pressure on myself because I had Benny and Zimmy, which is my brother, his wife, and their daughter, my niece, in Bali, and that they were about 8 days away. So
so you
I basically had to pin it like as much as I could, like every single day that I was waking up early and pinning it till late night.
Yeah.
But kind of got into this crew and had an unreal time. They barely spoke English, but they were fucking flying everywhere. Like it was like I asked God for something and He just full delivered. Yeah, like, it's like, all right, I'll get you there, and like I didn't have to use my GPS or anything.
That's what I was going to ask. So the thing that I always think about is like when you're in a foreign country and stuff, and you're in a car or something. How do you just use your GPS on your phone, or is it, because I've been to other fucking countries, gone to use my GPS and it doesn't fucking work on my phone because I don't have fucking the internet. So how on earth do you get from East Timor to West Timor type thing in between that spot without the motorcade?
Yeah, so there's an app called maps.me.
Oh, yeah,
where you can download
and you've got that good to go.
Yeah, and you're good to go, but still in saying that, like...
You're fucked if your phone fucks up though,
for the whole of Flores, which is a pretty big pretty big island of Indonesia. Like I didn't have GPS at all.
Yeah.
Which was pretty fucking nerve-wracking. Like at one point, like...
Do you get lost much?
Yeah, I got lost a fair bit.
Yeah, assuming.
Yeah.
I get lost driving my car around places.
Yeah. Man,
Go
like...
30.
Bro, like at one point I was with the boys and it was like 7 in the morning and they're all sleeping. I'm like, what the fuck, let's get out of here. And they're like, no, we're going tomorrow. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm out of here, see you all later. And like hit the road and I was like, it's funny, man, like there were so many days where I'd feel so unbelievably awesome. Like fucking to the point where I'm like crying, I'm feeling that good.
Yeah.
And then, like this one day, man, I woke up 7 a.m, hit the road, feeling unreal. Like, yeah, Benny and that are only a few days away.
Yeah.
And you know, for some reason, I fucking run over a nail, like it's in the middle of a road. Like it should never have happened. And I'm in a village with no phone reception. Like no one speaks a fucking word of English, and no one's got tools. I didn't have the right tool to take my wheel off for some fucking reason. I didn't bring, like, I barely brought any tools.
Yeah, I suppose they're the type of things you'll learn
man.
On the road, literally.
Bro. Yeah, and like, you know, and I'm in the boiling sun and I'm pulling over every second rider or every rider I can to try and get a word of English out of them, and none of them are just like, who are you? Don't know what you're doing, I don't know what you're saying, I can't help you.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you find this one guy and he's like, yeah, I'll bring a bunch of tools back, brings tools back, take my tyre off, gives me a dink to some mechanic, fixes my tyre, puts it back on, I'm back on the road, and still with no maps or anything, but you know, you're happy that you're back on the road, and once you're happy again, you find a sign.
It's weird. It's travelling. Traveling's like,
easy, man.
You get some real big highs, and then you can get some low lows, just because there's an uncertainty. Yeah. Like the actual, like, you're like, oh, well, I'm not in danger and I'm not, you know, nothing bad's going to happen. But because your mindset's like, like everything's harder. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know how to speak the language, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. And it just, magnifies every little issue.
And everything's already magnified because, like, you know, over there, and the way I was going about it was like, like every move that I make really kind of affects what my night's going to turn out like, kind of thing. So it's like I've got no problem in, you know, sleeping on the side of the road. Like I slept in a bunch of cop shops and like on the side of the fucking road, you know. Yeah. Like I've got no point in that, but it still doesn't change the fact that, you know, you could go down the wrong path to someone, and you know, who knows where you could end up. But yeah, at the same time, that's what I loved, man. It's such a thrill, and you know, being able to stay with so many locals, like cruising with this crew, like this the crew of our age. Like I was sleeping where they're sleeping, and meeting all these other moto enthusiasts. Like we just rock up at a house, and I'm like, "What the fuck are we?" And like, no idea. Next minute, like we're having, you know, Rachna. Oh, what is it? Fucking I forget, like their home brew. And, you know, and I've got this this dude telling me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been to Australia, you know, I've been this Indo dude, like, I've stayed 9 months in a Darwin prison for people smuggling in 2001 and shit." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, right, yo," and like,
he's like, "If you ever want to get into business."
it's just that kind of shit. Like, there's so much just crazy cool shit that happens all the time. Like, there's so much good with the bad. I mean, I found myself one day riding into another group of riders that all had brand new bikes and like brand new Harleys and adventure bikes, and they all had flashing lights on the front. And I'm like, what the fuck are they all doing? Like, are they cops? And they get to the front dude, and he was a copper. Like, and I just chill behind him, and we are pinning it, man. And he's just going, everyone off the road with a siren on and everything, lights in his fucking trucks and everything, and getting off the road, and like we're just fucking scooting through it, and I'm like, oh, this is the best thing that could ever happen. Like, I'm still trying to chase my brother, and like, and this is actually, that just happened like as soon as I got back on the road after my puncture, like in my wheel. Like, I went from the worst to the best.
Police escort.
Police escort, man, and then to finish the night with them, and they're like, we're staying in this 5-star hotel, you can stay with us, man, like, we've got a room for you, and we've got a party tonight, like, it's all free beer and everything, and like, alright, thank you, Lord, but at the same time, like, I get back to that joint and trying to keep up with these brand new BMWs and stuff, like, I put a hole in my radio, and I've got to fucking deal with that in the morning, and then it's like, the whole next day I'm fucking dealing with that, But then the next day I do deal with that by all the boys that I'm with I catch up with again, and they're like, yep, we're going to this guy at fucking 9 o'clock on a Sunday night that fixes it, when it finishes at 12 o'clock on a Sunday night for fucking like $50.
Yeah.
And we're back on the road, powering out for another couple of hours and sleep for 5 hours and then power out again, and we're punching out like 14-hour days.
Really?
Like, it's like, we got off one ferry from West Timor to Flores at like 4 in the morning after an 11-hour ferry. It was an overnight ferry, and like we're on the top deck, just got my mattress out, just sleeping like in the fucking out in the elements. Like, pretty cool. But yeah, 4 in the morning, arrive at this dock, get off, have a coffee, punch it up to this massive like a joint Mount Kalamatu that's like a huge lake on top of this huge mountain, and like I come off like I'm fucking fried from just living and stuff, just being the way I am, and at that time. But yeah, like,
did you fall off?
Yeah, I came off coming up to that mountain. Like I just went, man, I was cruising around a corner and see a little bit of gravel, and like I'd seen so much gravel and dirt and been on it like the whole time, and all of a sudden I'm just on the ground like sliding, like it's just all like enough time to still, like probably only doing 50 k's, but still enough time to go fuck off, let go of your bike, like your bike's still flying, so you let go and come to and
much damage
your knees up and shit. And
much damage to the body?
No, like I cut these are the pants I was in actually.
Oh, really?
And like just cut my knee up a little bit, but I was seriously sliding on the side like this, just like my elbow copped heaps and my side, but yeah, I didn't, it was like the luckiest crash I've ever done. Like I skidded over the other side of the road, and yeah, I was a lucky boy, man.
Oh yeah, like it's the thing about motorbikes is it can be death.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. Yeah. When you're driving in a car, you're pretty much in a fucking tank. You know what I mean? Like, and these days, if you've got a newer car, there is like airbags and shit from everywhere. They're built for safety. Like everywhere, cars are built for safety. Like there's not many cars that manufactured these days that aren't up to the specs of, you know. But motorbike, it's like, nah, it's me, and then death.
Bro, and the amount of times where like it was getting to a point being like 3 to 4 to 5 times a day where I'd literally, like a truck would overtake another truck coming towards me and just not pull back in, and I'd be on the road and I'd fucking close my eyes and be like, okay, it's fucking, that's it, like I'm dead. To open my eyes and go, what the fuck, okay, I'm still riding, like full on 100% just think I'd die. Like,
that's
fucking
very
no shit 3, 4, 5 times a day, man. Like it's just super hectic, but it was also the way I'd ride as well, man. Like I'd always ride faster than everyone else, and just, I don't know, there's something in me that just kind of cruise that much. Really, like,
I suppose you just want to make good time. I suppose once you got such a long distance to go, your mindset's like, get it done, done, get there.
Yeah, and like, I mean, there was so much, like it was, there was so much pressure, man. Like I put myself under so much pressure though. Like to get to Bali and finally catch up with the fam, like it was awesome.
Yeah.
But to get there was just fucking like I had to ride so hard and have so much stress and everything. Just to spend 4 days with my fam in Bali, and then spend the next 7 days, you know, in Bali cruising around kind of thing. Still got like mad anxiety and stuff. And then the day I leave Bali, like I get Bali belly, and the night before, so like I throw up, get a split in my stomach liner. This is what I imagine. So I get a split in my stomach liner, and then I get an infection in my whole fucking diaphragm. It felt like, and it felt like something was really trying to like come out of my skin. And like come out of me like everywhere, and it hurt so much, and I had no appetite, and I was riding like this every day, like, oh fuck, I can't breathe, and it was fucking hell, man. And that lasted from that Bali like 3 months after I got Bali belly, like till I was like, okay, I think it's going on. Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, it was just in there.
Yeah, it was just
bacteria in your body or something.
Yeah, something, man. It was weird. It was a vegetarian nasi goreng that I ate too.
Oh.
And
I mean, could be the water.
Could be the water.
Anything you want, like overseas.
It probably was, man. Yeah. But Well, I did. I mean, yeah. The worst part was like straight after Bali was Java, which is the most populated island in the world, like 60 million people. But also I had one of the guys out of the group I became kind of really good friends with.
Yeah.
He lived in a city called Bandung, which is about 2 hours south of Jakarta.
Yeah.
Just a city of 2 million, like pretty big city, but he's on the outskirts. Yeah, and so I got to go up and catch up with him and stay with him for about, I think I stayed with him for almost a week.
Yeah.
Not him, actually, I stayed with his uncle who I met, Tony, and his wife and their 2 boys.
Yeah.
Bilal and Rama.
Yeah.
They're 11 and 8. And they were unreal, man. Like, they were like, kick the boys out of their bloody bedroom so I can sleep in like on a mattress and like, I'm like, fucking get out of here. Like, I'm not fucking doing what the fuck? I'm like some white privileged like dude, like
white devil coming
nah,
in.
Yeah, man.
Get out of here, you bastards.
That's what, yeah, fucking. But you know, that's just what they're just so good like that. Like they gave me the world, man. I was overstaying my visa at one point, so I had to.
How long had you been travelling for? Sorry, from Australia to this point. How long had you been away from home?
I'd been away from home for about a month. 2 months, sorry.
Yeah.
2 months. Yeah, about 8 weeks.
What's that into the trip? Realistically, how far away? How many weeks or months would it take to get to Amsterdam?
Well,
without any
man, from yeah, it's hard to say because from when I was in Sydney, I said I've seen 2 years.
Yeah.
To Jasper.
Yeah.
But when I was in Malaysia, when I was in KL, I was tossing up whether to go on or come back.
Yeah.
I was going to be able to make it from Malaysia to Europe in 8 weeks.
Okay. So you can do it pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, man. The world's not that big, bro. Like you can fly like.
You can drive to the other side of Australia in what?
In 3 days. Yeah, exactly right. Like so, I was going to do the whole of Nepal in 5 days. You know, like east to west in 5 days, and miss everything out, like everything along the way. But I had, the winter encroaching. Like it was like late September when I was there. And then I had the winter of Europe as well.
Yeah, which is not like Australia.
No, not at all.
So a bit of snow.
Not at all.